want to talk about this. It's by Kane Pixels, and it's called The Oldest View, and it has a story, and the story's kind of, I feel like it's all there. It's all put together in pieces because these in order. If you watch them in order, they make sense. So go watch these if you haven't. But spoilers here. I'm just gonna sum them up. Very first one, we see the creation of the rolling giant, which is here, which I can't really show it here unless I click on that video, but I still need to show things from this one. But otherwise, it's this giant robot that's on wheels, okay? And its hands are made out of flowers. This flower specifically, okay? Keep that in mind. And throughout this video, we'll hear thunder. It sounds clear now, but listen, when we get to this end, is he before he disappears. Watch. It pans up to the sky, and there's thunder. That took too long, but you heard that, right? So then, we go down to, after the creation of this, which I'll explain where that fits, we go to the second video, okay? Second video, we follow a guy named Wyatt. Wyatt finds, let me just show you so it makes more sense, he finds this hole that's been opened up near this tree, okay?
Inconspicuous.
It's technically under the tree, but if you can look at the hole, if we can
Tiny
closer here, there's no debris on the outside, there's no debris really in the inside, which means that it looks like the tree's roots split open to make this hole, okay? And in here is a mall. And you're gonna be like, why is a mall downstairs? And I'm going to explain this because I don't think it's a real mall. What I think it is I think it's purgatory. Okay? I think he died. Because the main guy in the first one who builds this thing is a botanist. Right? And we learn this through the
Make
third one.
memories with Get Your Guide.
Because he's
Unforgettable travel experiences.
Did somebody say
Me, get delivery like a cheese.
okay, see, we learned this in the third one. Like, you can see his hands are flowers, but if you go... Hold on, I'll show you right now. He explores this place, and there's a lot of signs of things being alive that shouldn't be alive though. There's even, if I can find it, I'm stupid, I'll probably just put a picture up. But there's a living garden here, like a jungle, and then he goes to this side of the mall, and it's all decayed, it's all fucked up. And the entire time this is happening, there's thunder, which originally activates the giant. Okay, so the giant is somehow connected to thunder, and if we go back to the first tape, this one here, okay, add.
Find it. Try it.
Do you hear that? Sounds of life coming from the hole. Okay? And I'm assuming this is after he died. And I'm saying this because there's two parts that I'm saying this that's tying to after he dies. There's this part and there's this part. Because in the very first part, just listen. Thunder. And what are we hearing? We're hearing wheels. Those are life and wheels, okay? The rolling giant is on wheels. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this up without another ad, but here we go. I did, okay. Look, I don't know if you can see, but he is on wheels, so he's wheel controlled. And then at the end of this, where we find Wyatt dead, right? His phone, you'll see, it'll turn back unless I skip too far. It's right here. Nope, I did it again. See, his phone still seemed to be recording because those first two intro parts would have been the wheels of this thing, which I'll show here now. You'll see this suddenly when it zooms out. This thing is still here. So the mall. See, look. Oh fuck! I just skipped it. I just fucked it. See, it's here. Look, head and dress, the outfit, right? We know it's still here, and why it's dead right here. And this is a similar area to the very first place where we see the botanist pick the flower. So what I'm assuming what happens is the area opens up and it draws someone in. Someone goes in, and the botanist, who is like, I guess, death in a sense, then puts the soul. Okay, the soul is like a flower, I guess, because he puts the flower inside of the thing and it comes alive. So I'm assuming that the flower holds the soul of the dead person, and then he turns them into the rolling giants, because this entire time that he's in this mall, this rolling giant is after him to kill him. It only stops pursuing once he dies, and it is then kicked out of this area. Oh, that's fucking loud. But yeah, it pursues him relentlessly until he is kicked out of this area. And I don't mean this area isn't just like the singular area, the mall. This pursued him until he was out of the mall. And then it kills itself here. Which I'm assuming, once its task is fulfilled of the soul being killed, it kills itself. So the botanist's story is unknown, but he does create these things using the flower, which we'll see, I'll show in the beginning if I can get it without
Only the Sleep Number Climate 360 smart bed lets you each sleep up to 13 degrees cooler or warmer on either side. Shop now.
Step inside the Infinity QX60.
Right here, see this flower? It's similar area to where they're at already. It's near the hole, it's near where it dies, it's near where the creature dies. He picks up this flower, he then goes on to create this thing. Alright, he builds the mask, and then through its eyes, let me copyright. So then, look, you can see him put the hands, the flower hands in it, with the same flowers, and there's the eye, there's the mask, there's everything you need to make it. Okay? So he makes it. He made the rolling giants. I don't know from how, from what, I don't know if it's souls, but this botanist is making these things. They're tied to the thunder, they're tied to the malls, because once someone goes in the mall, it activates them, and they either remove them forcefully, or they remove themselves, and that is all we know right now, because that's all we've been given. But yeah, that's so far the story. There's kind of plot holes with the rolling giant, because like it makes sense, as in the botanist is kind of unknown, really. His motives don't really seem to be there, but like they're keeping them out whether they die or not. So I'm just unconfident on the botanist role, but he does serve a role with making these things, which we see in the first video, and then the second video why it gets removed from the place, and so does it, because I'm assuming either because he died and it dies, or if he would have removed himself and lived, I don't think it would have died. It's just a theory because we don't have concrete evidence, but I really like this, and that's the story we've gotten so far, is man builds things, things protect them all, and remove people, and for what purpose we may never know.